This is Doombox, and I am going to tell you about Wintersday. Before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you everyone for giving me such a nice welcome back to the YouTube. I honestly wasn't expecting to get so much positive feedback, so thank you so much for that. Well, that's enough yammering on for me. Let's go back to basics. So this year the Wintersday festivities are taking place in Divinity's Reach because good old Scarlet Briar dropped the big ones on Lion's Arch, if you know what I mean. So they decided to move it to the human capital city, which, I mean, it makes sense because the humans are like, yo man, what up man, I like Wintersday man, yeah dude. And that is a direct quote from this NPC standing right here in Divinity's Reach. Also, there's a few new Yem store items this year. I said it that way because of my accent, don't worry. We've got this new Arctic Explorer outfit. It's pretty cool. It's like, you know, an Eskimo thing going on here. And then you've got these earmuffs, which have been here a while. And also there are some new Black Lion weapon skins released. And when I first looked at them, I was like, what? These are super lame. There's nothing to these. But then I realized if you like shake them back and forth, there's like a little snow globe inside, so that's actually pretty cool. I'm kind of disappointed that there wasn't a baby Jesus in the manger finisher, but I guess ArenaNet has to be politically correct. So as you're wandering around Divinity's Reach, you'll notice that there are these little peppermint sort of icons on your map, and each of these indicate that there is a different Wintersday activity that you can participate in at that location. So what activities do we have this year? Well, a lot of them are repeats from previous years, but that's not a problem because they were pretty fun. We've got the good old bell choir, which is basically Guitar Hero. It's pretty cool. So as you're standing here, you'll see these little notes sort of coming down at you, and you've got to hit the corresponding key on your skill bar to play the notes right as they come to your character. And my recommendation for if you do this activity is turn your camera all the way up, sort of like this. Just it's way easier to see and get the timing correctly. And also, if you have weird keybinds for your skills, especially for your utility skills, I would recommend setting those back to the default, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like if you have like Control-Alt-Space-G to activate your like 7 skill, it'll just be super confusing if you're trying to like play these notes in really fast succession. So I would recommend just resetting those back, turning your camera up, easiest way to do it. And then you've got the Winter Wonderland activity. This is a pretty big jumping puzzle that has multiple paths to lead to this big gift that you're trying to like jump into. The snowflakes disappear and your character sort of takes damage over time due to the cold, so you've got to be pretty fast. It's not too difficult, it may take you a few tries, but it's nowhere near as hard as the Halloween one if you try to do that. Toymaker Tix makes a return with the Infinitarium, so you can go into the workshop and do it. It's a little short, sort of like mini dungeon thing. You've got to grab some presents, fight some things, kill a boss. It's pretty fun. You could probably find a group in the LFG, which is now fixed. It no longer does that like flashy seizure thing it was doing for a while, so that's cool. And then also you've got Toypocalypse, which is sort of like tower defense. It's kind of cool. You can build and upgrade these like turrets and defenses, and also pick up candy cane weapons and basically defend the middle from the attacking toys. And then you've got Snowball Mayhem. If you played Guild Wars 1 and remember the Dwayna versus Grenth snowball fight, you'll really like this activity. It's sort of the same thing where you're going around fighting an enemy team, trying to recover presents and bring them back to your base. Your team gets 100 points for returning a present to the base, and you get a few points for killing enemies. And the first team to get to 500 points wins. The main focus of this should be returning presents, so don't treat it as like a giant PvP battle where you have to like kill enemy players. Like focus on returning presents because that's where the bulk of the points come from. You can select from 3 classes, Supporter, Scout, and Heavy Gunner. They each have different abilities, and there are also some profession-specific skills that you get. There's also a new activity this year called Warming Gronk's Heart, and it seems to be sort of like a little scavenger hunt thing. You go into the home instance and talk to this Groll guy, and he gives you instructions to go visit a chef that's in Black Citadel, and then he gives you a specific item that you return back to him. And currently it says come back tomorrow. So I imagine they're going to keep sort of adding steps to this little scavenger hunt that will involve you going all over Tyria, collecting things and doing little tasks. And then when you finish this, apparently you will get a Wintersday gift tree that you can spawn in your home instance, which allows you to get a giant Wintersday gift every single day. And there's also a new item tied to this called the Star of Gratitude, which provides you with rewards if you have a bunch of Imperial fragments to spare. So that's actually kind of cool. They've given us a way to get rid of all of our Imperial fragments we have building up, in our inventory. I just delete all mine. There are some new items you can get this year, including the Endless Gift Box Tonic, which you can get by completing the Toy Tonic Tippler Collections achievement. And there's a new underwater breather called the Rime-Rimmed Mariner's Rebreather, which is a very rare drop from the Wintersday gifts, and it has a pretty cool animation that surrounds your character to it. And then there's the new Magnanimous Choir Bell, which is similar to the Unbreakable Choir Bell, except you can play a bunch of notes at the same time, and it has different pitches than the regular choir bell. You can get this from the Gift Exchange NPC in Divinity's Reach. And with this patch also came changes to the daily system and the new login reward system. Maybe I'll make a separate video about those if you guys would like to see that, but as far as I can tell, people seem to be having a good time with this.
What is this guy doing? We're trying to do our daily! Get out of here!
So that pretty much wraps it up for this quick little video. This was just sort of an overview of Wintersday. I didn't want to go in depth too much because a lot of the stuff is pretty fun to figure out for yourself. Login game, check out the new login reward system and start Wintersdaying it up. But yeah, I just want to say, it's been really cool how much positive feedback I got for making that video the other day. I honestly wasn't expecting, anyone to care that I came back, because it's been, 3 years since I posted a video, and I wasn't expecting to get that positive of feedback. So it's really cool to see that. Thank you. So yeah, thanks for watching, and this is Doombox, signing out. That's going to take forever to edit.